In this video, I will manipulate you. Let's see if I can. Well, already 4 techniques have been used against you. I created a thumbnail that I hope grabbed your eye. I created a title that I hope was intriguing. In the intro, I addressed you to get you engaged. And then I raised a question. Let's see if we can. So the challenge for me today is to make you carry out a positive action, to do something. After you've watched this video, I'd be grateful if you could fill out the poll below. That's so we can find out if it worked. It isn't the thing I'm trying to get you to do. Let's talk about subliminal messaging. In 1957, James Vickery conducted an experiment on nearly 46,000 people who went to see a movie in New Jersey. During the film, he flashed up short messages like hungry, eat popcorn, or drink Coca-Cola to see what would happen. His experiment increased sales of popcorn by 57.5% and of Coca-Cola by 18.1%. As you can imagine, such a simple technique like this, if it worked, would be an absolute boon to advertisers. But if you can manipulate people as simply as that, that's something that would be of interest to the CIA. I mean, just imagine if you could control people that simply. So the CIA conducted an investigation. They concluded that there is no way of affecting the action without awareness and without tripping off defences and rational resistance. Operational feasibility is exceedingly limited, which means me doing this was a total waste of time. It was also a waste of time in that Vickery some years later admitted it was a gimmick and it didn't have the effect that he had claimed. However, others have tried to use it. Look at this from the Bush versus Gore campaign.
He's pushing a big government plan that lets Washington bureaucrats interfere with what your doctors prescribe. The Gore prescription plan, bureaucrats decide.
Did you see that? It was very quick. Is that intentional? Is it just the text flying in, or was it an attempt to link the word rats with bureaucrats with Democrats? However, the idea of subliminal control has been used in some movies, the most famous of which is They Live by John Carpenter. The protagonist has got hold of some special glasses that enables him to see beyond the apparent world and see the subliminal messages such as consume, obey, watch TV. However, what about the real world? Well, companies want you to buy their product. They want to persuade you. They want you to think good of their brand. Here's the logo of Baskin-Robbins. They produce 31 flavours of ice cream, and in their logo there is a nice 31 in pink, just to reinforce the message. Here's another, Tostitos tortilla chips. The logo has their name, it's nice and bright and cheerful, and almost hidden in the middle are 2 happy people enjoying tortilla chips from a bowl. Clever. Then of course you got something nice and simple, like the FedEx logo. What's subliminal about that? Well, staring you in the face, in the white space, is a nice arrow, signifying moving on, delivering, going forward. And probably my favourite is the Amazon logo. It has a very obvious arrow. It looks like a smile to make you feel good, and the arrow goes from A to Z. Now advertisers will try every trick in the books just to get you to act. And of course the biggest thing to influence people is sex.
No need to test your eyes, though, Mr. Ross.
Galaxy by Pretty Polly brings back lovely legs.
But this type of thing is not just aimed at guys. That opens a whole new avenue for channel promotion. Meanwhile, some advertisers don't quite get it right. Burger King launched their Super 7-incher meal deal for $6.25, but the advert is not really very appropriate. Some advertisers directly sponsored TV shows. That's where we get the term soap operas from, where they were sponsored by various soap powders. What can be more sophisticated is product placement, just to raise brand awareness, like this, where Ross is eating some sort of chips, some burgers, neither of which you can see the packets, and he's got a nice can of Coca-Cola, conveniently placed so you can read the name. Yes, this is a much more unobtrusive way of advertising.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
But going beyond unobtrusive product placement, you can make it absolutely in your face and make it part of the joke.
New Oldsmobiles are in early this year.
Now, as a manufacturer, what a wonderful product placement, slap bang in the middle of a cult movie. Whether you go and look at or buy an Oldsmobile is your choice.
Yes, and it's the choice of a new generation.
So are we being controlled? Are we the victims of some sort of mind trick?
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
Or can we just go on about our business and move along?
Move along. Move along.
So persuasion, advertising, subliminal messages. Very interesting subject. At the start of this video, I said that this video would manipulate you, that I would get you to do something. I wonder if I have. Did you spot it? Could you tell you were being manipulated? Did you see what I did? Were you able to see how I forced you to do something? Now, this experiment is over, but I would really like it if you could answer the poll in the comments below and perhaps let us know what you think has happened. Were you under control? Did you do a thing?
Because I made you.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.